Gasping, I awaken from an all-enveloping sleep, the kind of sleep that leaves you confused and forgetful. My rigid limbs protest as I will them to move. Sensation begins returning to my naked body, leaving me cold and wet. Attempting to blink, it's not until I manage to get my hand in front of my face do I realize that my eyes are actually open. The all-encompassing dark leaves not even a hint to my surroundings. What the fuck? Where am I? I choke out, my voice hoarse and unfamiliar. Echoing seemingly forever, hearing myself speak makes me feel vulnerable. The sensation of eyes on me burns into the back of my neck. I've disturbed the quiet. Bringing my weak, shaky legs under me, I silently beg for their cooperation. Extreme unease lights the flame of panic in my lungs as shortness of breath forces me to shiver. I don't know why, but I know I need to move. Taking my first step on foreign, debilitated legs, the uneven ground below 3 feet of water causes my knees to buckle. I fall forward, the splashing and almost painful cacophony in the utter silence. Ever aware of my presence here, I feel as if every step, every breath and movement is a broadcast to someone, something. I don't dare call out for help. My instincts tell me I'm in danger. Blood returning to my limbs, I do my best to move silently through the water, but the noise from my movements is such a stark contrast to the soundless environment that I can't quiet myself hardly enough. Ripples created from my steps pick up momentum as they travel, almost vibrating through the silence. This must be what hunted animals feel like. A sense of urgency insists itself into my thoughts. What the fuck am I running from? This has to be a dream. Nothing makes sense. How did I get here? Think. Oh God, my head feels like it's going to split open. All I can remember is black. Wait, what the fuck is my name? How do I not even know who I am? Think. Where am I? Why am I afraid? I'm making too much noise. Need to be quieter. Remember something. Anything. Just black. Everything is black. Something brushes past my leg. Before I can think to stifle the sharp breath expelled in surprise, it escapes my lips and echoes through the dark. In an immediate response, the waters around me begin to agitate. Bubble, almost. I slowly sidestep away from the noises, but my movement only increases the intensity of the water's disturbance. In rapid succession, multiple things weave in between my legs. I try to remain calm and quiet, but in the silence, every heartbeat is audible. Whatever is stalking me in the waters begins to pound against me with the rhythm of my pulse. It began with a sharp burning pain in my left leg. I yelped and jerked away instinctively. This reaction triggered several more of whatever is in the water to attack me. Screaming out, I plunged my hands into the water, attempting to fight off the things attacking me. Brushing against one of their bodies, thick, slimy, and muscular, caused them to immediately attack my hands. Ripping them away, one stayed attached, trying to pull my arm back down. Nearly succeeding, I used both my arms to pull up. Hissing in anger, the creature dropped and rejoined those tearing at my legs. I shrieked in agony, tears pouring down my face, desperately thrashing to get away. One of them, tearing at my inner thigh, burrowed through the hole it had made. Its wriggling body slid between my muscles and tendon as its teeth shredded a path. I screamed in pain, and another drilled into the back of my knee, dropping me further into the water. 4 more tear into my stomach, tunneling inside of me. I managed to grab hold of one of the eel-like tails, but only enraged the creature, causing it to thrash wildly. Unable to stand the pain, I release my grip and it joins the other 3 writhing monsters in my gut, tearing apart my insides. Keeling over in pain, my mouth drops below the surface of the water, effectively silencing my screams. In doing so, the creatures let up on their onslaught of my vulnerable flesh. I focus on remaining still and quiet. One by one, the things lose interest in me. That is, except for the ones that have taken residency in my body. My ruined body. I can feel all the missing pieces. My legs are savaged. I don't know what this liquid is, but it fucking burns. I can't stand it. Not until I taste copper do I realize I'm biting through my own lip to stop from screaming. After what had to be hours of remaining completely still, did I finally dare to move. Placing my hands on my legs for support as I attempted to stand up, my fingers found themselves inside my tattered flesh of my thigh and brushed against bone. Pulling my hand away quickly, not only from the mind-numbing pain, but the horror of my condition and current reality. Unconsciously, I gasp in shock. This causes the things in my stomach to squirm and bite at my insides. I do my best to stifle my screams and wait until they stop. Honestly, I don't even know how my legs are working right now. I don't know how my endorphins haven't kicked in, or how I haven't passed out from the pain. One thing I'm sure of, this is not a dream. Edging through the waters at a pace so slow, I make not even a sound. I don't dare disturb the things that live in the water, and even more so, the ones in my body. It feels like I've been sneaking through here for days, maybe weeks, stopping only when I hear or feel something move, or when the things inside me get hungry and start biting. I haven't eaten or slept. I'm so tired, hungry, and thirsty. I've tried drinking the water, but it burns like acid. Either I'm experiencing auditory hallucinations, or there's people here whispering things to me. Dark things. I feel something in front of me. Something protruding out of the water. Maybe a cliff, wall, or huge stalagmite. Running my hands along it, feeling for perhaps a way up and respite from the waters that burn my torn flesh and hide what tore it. I feel no handholds or ledges, just smooth stone. Wait, something long and spindly. I run my hand up it. There's another one. I reach higher. Maybe this is some kind of tree I could climb. Feeling something oblong and hard, jagged edges with what feels like hairs. I realize what it feels like a second too late. A claw. Before I got the chance to pull my hand away, a snap rang out through the silence like the crack of thunder, followed by a splash at my feet. Reaching at my right hand with my left, I found it to be severed halfway up the forearm. The claw makes a second snap at me and tears into my shoulder. I cannot contain my screams as I fall backwards and away from the new danger. Corrosive waters seep into my new wounds and add on to the already unbearable pain. I hear the creature scuttling down, and I scramble to my feet. My destroyed legs carry me forward as fast as they are able. Without a hand and useless, my right arm flops at my side, nearly severed at the shoulder. Each of my frantic steps drives waves of pain through my wrecked muscle and tendon, further disturbing the living beings inside of me. They contort and shred at my organs. More of those things join the fray and return to tearing at my body. A fiery snap in the back of my left leg as tendon separates and sends me sprawling into the water. Hearing the larger beast splash into the water, I struggle to get back on my feet to get away. One of the serpents plunges into my chest under my armpit, taking my wailing breath as it burrows into my lung. I have one good lung and one working leg. I don't want to die. Hobbling forward, dragging my almost completely useless left leg and right arm, I move. There has to be a way out. In the distance ahead, light. Hardly able to breathe, I put forth every bit of strength and energy I have as I mauled from the inside and out. Getting close, it looks like some kind of tunnel. If I don't reach it soon, I'm not going to make it. I can't take the pain. So close, I could see the exit, but it looks off. As I reach it, the heart within my devastated body sinks and true hopelessness sets in. The light, the glow, shines from behind the teeth of an enormous monster. At least twice my height, long, thin legs and arms with a powerful, broad upper body. A mouth way too big for its head, emitting some kind of bioluminescence, sits below snarling lips. 3 huge black horns protrude from the top of its head. 2 beady black eyes, set in furrowed brow, slice through my core. The utter hatred exuding from this abomination freezes me in place. For a moment, we share the silence, its glare piercing my eyes. In unspoken agreement, this horror would be the last I see. With unbelievable speed, it snatched me up in a huge hand, bringing me closer to its terrible face. Slowly, foot-long, dagger-like claws bury into my chest and back as it squeezes my body like an empty tin can. Involuntarily, cough of blood sprays from my mouth to its. Ribs snapping and organs crushing, the stabbing pressure is all-consuming. The miscreation's face glows in delight as my mouth gapes for a breath that won't come, unable to even voice my unimaginable agony. As it begins to devour me slowly, bite by bite, I somehow cling to life, feeling every excruciating second. The death I've been fighting would come as a mercy now. And when all that's left of me is a convulsing, limbless torso, the haunting glow of the only light I knew begins to fade into the familiar black as it greedily savors every bite. Gasping, I awaken from an all-enveloping sleep, the kind of sleep that leaves you confused and forgetful. My stiff limbs protest as I search my nerves for the connection to them. Naked, I find myself cold and alone, utter darkness with no trace of light or life. Hello? Is anyone there? The words difficult and foreign to my mind. Somehow, a feeling of familiarity washes over me, followed by an intense fear. I will my stubborn body to move and take a step. What you want? Come on.
So, what do you think? Sounds like a real fun fucking time to me. No, seriously, what do you think? I made this shit, and I made it for you. So, listen to it, like it, subscribe, press the bell. I guess that's the thing, cause, you know, you are for who the bell tolls. Okay, so, you know, unless you want what happened to this fucking guy to happen to you, then I can make that happen. I really can. Unless you want that, then subscribe to my channel for original shit. Okay? That's it. It's real easy. And then we can be friends. Alright. Have a good night. Sweet.